Hi there everybody, it's Rosie here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you for joining me today for card making tutorial for the Project Share Project blog hop that we've got running today. So myself, Heather, Jill and Jez, we're all in this little blog hop that we do on the first Saturday of every month, and our theme this time round is florals. So that's going to appeal to all of our styles of card making and other projects. So that's the theme, and I'm going to start using some of our new products. So if you want to check out all the other projects, do click into the description bar of this video. There'll be a link to my blog post featuring this card, and within that there'll be links to all the other projects too, so do check them out. So new stuff then, we've got new in colours. We had a new catalogue launch this month, so we'll go through those colours just quickly. And the stamp set I'm featuring today is called Framed Occasions. Really nice, pretty flowers, and we've got loads of foliage as well, and some quite nice sentiments in there too. Quite like the stitched elements to that, which coordinate with various dies. So the element I want to use is the hexagon, and that I'm going to cut with the largest of the beautiful shapes dies. Okay, so these coordinate with the different stamp sets. The bundle for that comes with Hello Beautiful. Again, got some nice sentiments in there and some nice squiggly textural stamps which are nice. So that's the bundle that goes with that, but today I'm using it with Framed Occasions. So that's what we are using. So just quickly, because I haven't been on to show you in real life the new in colours, so here they are, 5 new in colours have come through. So we have Starry Sky, Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party and Sweet Sorbet. Really lovely bright colour palette for this year, and they will run on for 2 years alongside our other ones, which are rather more muted colours. And at the moment as well, we've got a fabulous joining offer, which means included in your starter kit you'll get the full set of ink pads. You'll also get the in-colour cardstock, so there's the cardstock there, which I've just crumpled. Okay, all of that cardstock. And then there are some 6x6 designer series paper as well. So check that out on the website, double-sided. So you can get all those in-colour bits and pieces in with your starter kit at the moment as well during the month of May. So for the card then, our floral theme for our blog hop today, really nice simple stamping today, using white card base and a white card layer. So I've already cut my card base, the usual measurements, so that's 4 1/8 across, which is approximately half of a A4 sheet, and I've scored at 5 7/8 of an inch. And then my layer that I'm going to put over the top is 4 inches by 5 3/4. I'm going to bring in some scrap paper because we're going to do some stamping all over to create our background. And for that, I'm picking out 3 of the colours, well actually 4, because we're going to do the accents. So I'm pulling out Starry Sky because that's the one I'm going to use for the sentiment, the darkest of the colours. So the other 4 is what we're going to use for the background. So on this one, I did Orchid Oasis and Sweet Sorbet, and then filled in with Tahitian Tide. So I thought I might spin that around a bit. Let's and maybe make the Sweet Sorbet the more dominant colour on this one. So we'll go with Orchid Oasis and Tahitian Tide to start off with, fill in with Sweet Sorbet and the little accents there in the Parakeet Party, because green flowers are a bit strange, aren't they? So we'll go with that. So this is the little stamp that we're going to use. I think I'm going to start off with Tahitian Tide. I'm still debating which is my favourite of these new colours, if I'm honest. I do like Tahitian Tide. It reminds me a lot of a colour we used to have in the core colours. It's not quite the same. It's a fair bit brighter than that colour, but I did like that, and so it's nice to see something similar come back. Nice bright happy blue. Okay, so there we go with our Tahitian Tide. We want to clean our stamp off. Oops, my stamping chamois is just off to the side, and I've got it in a stamp case which is closed on me, and I can't get it open with my fingers. That's it. There we go. That's Tahitian Tide for you. Put that to one side. Orchid Oasis is what we're going to use next. Light tapping on the ink pad. When you get brand new ink pads, they are they're going to be really what we call juicy. There's going to be a lot of ink on there, so just bear that in mind. Sometimes they can be a little bit too inky, and you may want to just stamp off a couple of times to get rid of some of that excess ink, but you know, see how you get on. So I'm just sort of almost like doing those in kind of pairs, if you like. I don't think I want to add any more of those, so let's just pop that off. And then, like I say, we're going to bring in a Sweet Sorbet. Nice colour this is. It's not too red and it's not too pink. It's a really nice colour. So again, we're going to sort of pop them in sort of amongst the clusters we're kind of creating, if you like. But then we'll go back in and add more here and there where it requires it. Try not to drop your stamp onto your artwork, which I almost did then, which would have been a bit of a catastrophe. And, you know, just use little partial bits of the stamp just to fill in here and there. Trying to sort of twist it around a little bit, so I'm using different portions, because the not leaves, what are they called? Petals are all just sort of, you know, slightly different shapes and things. Now the central, so around here is where the sentiment's going to go, so let's pop that one there, and then we'll probably have the sentiment across there. So we've already got quite a different look just by varying which colour comes out on top there. I'm going to clean that stamp very well. So the pink inks, pink and red inks will stain your stamps, but you know, if you get them clean, it'll minimise that. So that's that, and then we're going to use the Parakeet Party to add that little bit of detail here. So here we go, Parakeet Party, and this is just using the fifth colour really, just to add in some interest, some texture. At first I thought this would coordinate with the centres of this little flower, but it is actually quite a bit bigger than that. So no real thinking about it, just aiming for some white space and in between here and there. So again, not too bothered about this area where the sentiment's going to go. And then we just want to look, just to make sure that there's no sort of gaps, if you like, around the edge, because it looks a little odd sometimes when you haven't quite covered all the edges. So that's going to be wiped off. We're going to keep Parakeet Party out just for a little bit, because we need to stamp our accent piece. So again, just to bring out the Parakeet Party, that's what I've used to accent the sentiment as well. So that's what we're going to do with that, with this lovely hexagon. So we'll get that inked up. So we're just going to use the Parakeet Party, just light tapping. It's only a nice fine image, but I want to leave room around the edge to die cut it, so I'm not going to do it too close to the bottom. So we'll just press that into place. Oh, got away with it. So light you probably won't notice it. Okay, and then the sentiment itself, wishing you the best day ever, we're going to stamp with this lovely Starry Sky colour. So Night of Navy is a fair bit darker than this. And it's just got the merest hint of a bit of purple in it, this blue, in my opinion. Everyone sees colour slightly differently. So we've got nice straight edges on the sentiment, which we can nicely line up with that stamped hexagon that we've put in place. So we can just put that in place, just eyeball that, nice firm pressure, and pop that into place. And we can cut that out with the die that I showed you before. So these will fit through the mini, if the mini is what you've got. There's some deals out on purchasing the mini cut and emboss at the moment as well, so you can get the mini plus some die sets and other things. So do check those out on the website too. Might be another consideration for your starter kit. And then you'll have a die cut machine and all the in colour stuff, plus various other things. So that would be an amazing start to your collection. So there we go, beautiful hexagon piece there. So we can start putting things together. So I'm just going to use my trusty seal to apply this to a white card base. So I'm not going to use the coloured cardstock. We've got all the colours going on this one, so I kept the card base white on this occasion. So this is white on white going on. I don't tend to stamp directly onto my card bases. I quite like to have the additional layer, but if that's what you want to do, then you can go ahead and stamp straight onto the card base. Just burnish those edges. This is going to go up onto dimensionals, because dimensionals are ace. So I'm just going to put 3 of those on, just to give it a nice bit of support behind there. And we will pop that into place somewhere around there. And bring in some more coordinating products. So we've got some Baker's Twine collection in all the in colours. So these comes as a single pack, and you've got all the colours in there. Now I used the Parakeet Party on the other sample. I'm tempted to use Starry Sky for this one, just for a change. Oh, and I've not, silly. There we go. So there we go. Nice spools of Baker's Twine, and if there we go, there's the end. No, it's not the end, that's the other end. Ooh, where's the end? Oh, it was the end, it just was a bit firmer in. So I want a good length of that, because I'm going to double it up. Snip that, and then snip that in half, and tie a quick sort of bow. The bunny ear method that I like to use works well with this as well. You just need to make sure you've got all your strands. So a little bit more fiddly with this kind of material, but it can be done. And you want to fiddle about with your loops and things. Then once you're happy with that, give it a good pull in the centre. Got that knot nice and tight. Just trim those ends so that they are even. and I'm going to put that onto the card with a glue dot, so that will disappear behind everything else. Polka dots disappeared, there it is. I'm going to just sort of fold that in half because the knot on a baker's twine is quite small, so fold it in half first, and then I'm going to put my bow over the top. Just adds a bit of texture. Okay, there we go. And again, to mix up the embellishment, so we've got some matte dots. These are really cute because they've got like an ombre collection to them, so they match the in colours, but you've got dark through to light, so you've got loads of options on using the two sizes together and also mixing the colours. So how's about we use Tahitian tied ones? How's about that then? I think I'm just going to go with the 3 little ones in the dark colour there and pop those into place. Oops, wants to escape. Wouldn't mind seeing some Tahitian tides, have to say. A bit of sunshine, the beach. Oh yes, lovely. Beautiful colour. I do think Tahitian tide is going to be one of my favourites. I really like it. So there we go, variation on the theme, simple stamping with the background there, just mixing up the colours, using them in different ways. But I hope you've enjoyed that, something different for you to see. And yeah, hop along, just click through into the description and you will see links to those other projects too. Alright, thanks for joining me today. Take care, stay safe. See you soon. Bye.